Peace, peace, beautiful souls. Let me turn this down. I want you guys to see something. Now, I don't know where this is coming from, but nevertheless, I want you guys to see it. If it can be seen, let's see. And can you see? And that's with a foggy window. But do you guys see that ray or whatever those streaks are? I'm gonna roll down my window, so forgive the wind. Let's see. Okay, so forgive the wind. But I just peace, everyone. Peace. I just wanted you guys to see what's going on. Now, these are the ecological changes that are going on over the planet. But I don't want anybody. Once again, I'm going to say, hey, everybody, Supreme Rising. Once again, I'm going to say, do not be dismayed or deceived by what's transpiring ecologically. I mean, this thing is so beautiful. Because I want you guys to pay attention. Now, I live in Florida. Hey, everybody. Hi, deity. Y'all, I'm driving, y'all. But I want y'all to just, I still will always recommend and suggest for you to move at a soul level, right? Energetically, at a soul level. Now, I live in Florida, so, normally, you got hurricane seasons and everything. That it'll be a storm here, it'll be a storm there, and they'll talk about it, right? You would hear some talk about what type of storm and what letter that they're on, even if the storm doesn't, come, close to shore or whatever the case may be, or, be a threat, to the coastline. So we haven't heard anything. Right? We haven't heard anything regarding to any types of storms or anything, but we are hearing on social media in the Americas about what is transpiring, like in China and all these other things. Now, people that live in Detroit and California, you might hear like the fires in California, or not Detroit. I can't think of the name of the city. Where Nelly is from. I can't think of the name of where they from. But anyway, you might hear, stuff about those places. But it's not really anything catastrophic as to like what we're hearing that is going on over like in England, China, and all of those places. So now this is where your level of spiritual discernment has to come into part to, what it is that they're actually soliciting. I'm going to always remind you that right now they're soliciting and garnering negative energies. They don't care what the source of conversation is, what the subject of conversation is. They don't care anything about that. They just want to garner and harvest negative energies and frequency, low vibration. That's their mission right now, is to harbor low vibration. So all of these subjects that you're going to hear regarding the weather, regarding famine, regarding PPP loans, all of this shit is to garner low vibrational energy. But in the same stance, look at your ecological system and what's transpiring around it, and move from a level of discernment to know whether or not because this plane has a soul, it has a consciousness, it has a soul. So when I say connect at a soul value, that connects you to everything that is organic, that is of nature, right? So that goes even with, the ecological system, that goes even with the planet. If you connect at a soul level, your soul level, then you will be able to have a spiritual discernment on what is of truth with this planet or with this plane, what is of truth with the animals, or what, the what is of truth. You will be able to decipher and have a level of spiritual discernment of what is true spiritually, in frequency true. Okay. What I just seen right now, what I saw just now with those rays in the manner to which they are displayed, that's ecologically true at a soul level to me, for me, right? What I saw the other day in the clouds, that did not resonate with my being, right? So I am more inclined, for me, I am more inclined to say that was not her. That was not the true ecological aspect of being, because this plane has a soul. This plane has a consciousness, right? So I just, wanted to put that out there, for us to now move from a level of spiritual discernment, right? And understand and overstand that they are garnering negative, low vibration, right? It's low right now. They're harvesting as much low vibrational energies that they possibly can. So if you're moving from a spiritual discernment and you're moving in the aspect of ascension, when you hear certain stories, when you hear certain subjects, when you hear certain things, you have to decipher spiritually. Is this, yes, that it could be, and it could be true. This is the deception. It could very well be true, right? It could very well be true. The content of whatever is being discussed or, exerted or exampled, it could very well be true. But you now got to ask yourself, what is the energy that is facilitating it? How does it make you feel? When you hear about death, when you hear about death or whatever, it makes you sad, right? It makes you feel, some type of way, especially if it was unprepared, or if it was heinous in nature. I understand that, we've been conditioned to move in that way, but also understand with that understanding that it's low vibration. And if they're pushing it and to stimulate it, then that's what they want, right? Like, as I say, with the PPP loans and all of these other subject matters and everything, yes, they created the problem to create this, to have a trump card to pull from energetically, because we need to start understanding, in my most humblest of opinion, we need to start understanding things from an energetic perspective, the energetic field that is needed to sustain, right? They already know that we have the ability, that we're flexible in our substantiability of being able to sustain. Yes, exactly, right. And although that's not good, but understand that those types of things can happen in this timeline because of the energies and the frequencies that is there to support it and sustain it. So you're going to have those types of experiences in this timeline because of the resonance of low vibration. When they do that and they make these things happen, they have to maintain a resonance of low vibration, because that is the only way the fallen can sustain and maintain. It doesn't have anything to do with intellect. It doesn't have anything to do with metaphysics. It has everything to do with metaphysics. So they know that they have to create and this is where the emotional card comes into play. You have to now be responsible of your emotion. And you have to take control of your emotion, because emotion will keep you trapped and bound. Because if it's natural, it has become second nature, because that's not your first nature. It has become second nature for us to respond in a sense of sadness and grief and everything, because that is what we've been conditioned. That is what this timeline in this low vibrational resonance has conditioned or cultivated us to be in this vibration and different resonance, right? So now you got to be like, oh shit, when you want, it's because we are ascending and we're merging into a higher ascended timeline. Now you got to be able to differentiate. Yeah, I know this is true, but what resonance and vibration does it put me on? Does it drag me down? Is this emotional value keeping me at a lower vibration, at a lower frequency, right? And even though but we could say, okay, I have compassion for this situation. This does not exist on a higher timeline, and you immediately raise your vibration up, and you just have sympathy or empathy for the situation, right? But you do not stay there. You do not stay there. They're going to play the emotional card to keep you grounded at these low vibrational. They're going to play the fear card to keep you grounded at these low vibrational energies and frequencies, right? So if we want to garner and move into a higher timeline, we got to let go of things that belong, or situations, circumstances that belongs on this lower vibrating timeline. Because it's about the energy, the lower energies and the lower vibrations, and all of the situations and circumstances and frequencies that resides on this low vibration. And they're gonna, and the thing is, they always been doing this. This is nothing like that. But now we are aware. We are aware of it, right? Those that are ascending above the timeline, we are now becoming ascending above the lower timeline. We are now becoming aware of it. This is how, for me to be able to articulate it now, that means that the timelines are separating, because now I have the ability to differentiate the two timelines, right? So that means that in this now moment, the timelines are separating. So since there's an awareness, so now I'm making you guys aware, so that now you can start curtailing what you invest your energies into, and understand that, yes, these situations, that we've been cultivated to carry emotions for, and we have normalized, yes, but no, you gotta make this. It's either over here or over there. Right? You got to make a choice, and you got to now start cultivating yourself to live in a higher state of being, right? And understand that, yes, these things are happening because the frequency and the vibration supports it. As you ascend, the likelihood of death, the likelihood of mass shootings, the likelihood of these lower vibrational things are less likely to happen, more so than likely. Because now you're moving in a different paradigm, you're moving in a higher frequency, you're moving in a higher vibration. So you have to wrap your mind that these situations and these murders and these traumas and these deceptions only can happen on these lower vibrational timelines. Because the higher you ascend, you move into different realities. Your reality will change, right? So even with Earth, even with this plane, right? She has a soul, right? And when they ecologically, for us now, we now are more sensitive and know when they're when they're deliberately doing stuff to her. We can literally feel it. Right? So even those that are more sensitive in frequency, we still got to curtail ourselves from an ecological standpoint, because the other day I knew that was not natural. I felt that in my soul. Now, whether I was right or wrong, I will only know when, but to know from a spiritual space, I knew that was not natural. At a soul level, I just knew that was not natural. When I see this, I know that just by the dynamics of what I know that it's natural. I know that it's her. Because now we're moving at a soul level. So I just wanted to put that out there so that we could become more aware of ourselves and where we invest our energies. And I know certain subject matters are easy to converse about and have conversations about, because we need to, we feel that we need to healing. But the healing, the true essence of the healing is letting go of the situations that created the trauma, because of the vibration that it resides in, right? We have to see ourselves in a higher state of being and understand that once we ascend in a higher vibration, we create a totally different reality. So, I just wanted to put that out there this rising. It just came to my attention because I want everybody to understand what has a heartbeat, what has true soul life in it. And it's not just, these things that we just been, it is our ecological system. It is what we know as animals, right? It's all about your soul connection, right? It is to the trees. It's to the trees. It's to nature, right? It's to all of these things. And we also have to have a level of spiritual discernment and understand and overstand that in order to maintain this low vibrational reality, these circumstances and situations, even, in the lives, right? Even in the lives, you got to ask yourself, is this high vibrational? Is this going to create an alternative reality that is more beneficial in high frequency? Or is this supporting this low vibrational frequency that we're trying to ascend from, right? You have to now have some real true responsibility of your being, right? And where you invest your energy, right? And the state of awareness brings you closer to that so that you can be more conscious and cognitive of where you invest your energy, right? So I just wanted to put that out there this rising. I don't really be trying to go so deep in the rising, but I don't know. It just seemed like that's when I garner, most of this stuff, you know what I'm saying, to be able to share with you guys. And, just know that you all are limitless beings, right? That has been, subjugated to these lower vibrational frequencies, right? And have these plethora of stories and situations that could definitely be true in nature, but you got to ask what energy is pushing it. What resonance is it on? Is it moving from a low vibrational stance, or is it high vibrate? You got to now start to be real responsible with your being, right? And come out of the low vibrational cultivation that we have normalized because we knew not of ourselves, right? So I just wanted to put that out there. I just also want to say, y'all, they're not sharing my lives. I done got more confirmation yesterday. So it's, it is, if you value what it is that I'm saying, then I guess you would just come in and see if I said something today or whatever. I'm not making it an issue or whatever, but I just do want to put that out there, that what I have to say is not significant to the algorithms that they want to push. Go through our actions. High deity, our actions and behavior are definitely dependent and supported by our own individual purpose and the righteousness for the collective. Yes. This is why I said yesterday, I think it was yesterday or the day before, I can't keep up no more, but this is why I say move by your own eternal light, because you're going to have a plethora of many different stories and many different things that are out there that was deliberate in nature to keep you divided and to keep you external of yourself. So that, so now I support the eternal value of self. Move from your own eternal light, move from your own guiding light that is within, right? Because there's so the confusion is deliberate in nature to have you all over the place, to have us all over the place except for united. So when you have the Moors, the Baptists, the Christians, the Catholics, you have the when you have all of these different levels of things that creates division, and it's only when it has the energetic, the conceptual energy that creates division, right? That creates a very visible division. Then now you have to look at it and say, well, damn, this shit really creates division, right? It got me over here and don't want me to connect to my brother man because he's gay, because he's black, because he's white, because he's Christian, because he's Protestant. They don't that. You have to understand that was created on that low vibrational timeline to keep us not unified, because there is power in unity. There is power in numbers. And I'm not talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's because it's 5 of us. It's power because of the mathematical expression in our light code that we have, that incarnate within that's in our being. The light codes connected creates an atomic bomb. It's way more deeper than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is the energetic value that we have, the corresponding codes that are within our being that come alchemically comes together. When it alchemically comes together, it creates some real power, some real shit happens. You feel me? And that's why there's so many different narratives that are out there for everybody to gravitate to keep you separated, because the true power is in unity. I know that we mad and we looking at, skin color and everything like that and all this stuff, but even a low charging battery, still got power. You can still put that low charging battery in a remote and it'll still change a channel versus it not having no battery in the remote at all. You understand what I'm saying? So when we look at certain hues and everything and thinking that they're lesser than, greater than, but they still have a purpose. Everything still has a purpose. And if we put it together as a collective aspect and know that there's power in it. Yes, sis. It's really, it's something that we really have to really, because understand and understand that they have thrown everything and anything. They done thrown in the sink, in the tub to keep us separated, because there's power in our unity. I don't care if you got a 40 watt or 30 watt, it still provides light. I don't care if it's 100 watts, it's 1,000 watt, it still provides light. Better than no light at all, right? And if you put that 1,000 watt with that 40 watt, you got 1,040 watts. If you put that 1,000 watt with 100 watt, you got 1,100 watts. It's power in unity. I gotta go, y'all. It's 7 o'clock. Lord, y'all know I love talking to y'all and I'm late. Whoa! I gotta free up my time. I gotta free up myself. I'm coming to this damn job. I gotta find something to do, y'all, that keeps me free. I'm late, y'all. Oh shit. Yeah, so I'm gonna end here, y'all, because I'm going inside this building. But let's talk about it. We gotta cultivate our own reality in the energies and frequencies that we want to do it in. And if we're moving out of this low vibrational timeline, we can't support anything that emotionally draws us and keeps us bounded to this low vibrational timeline. I'm gonna finish this bill. This also, sis, I'll be inside. If I see you on live, I may be able to join in. If not, I'll just be watching from the sidelines. But yes, we must continue this momentum. There's strength in unity. I love you, sis. Thank you so much. I love you so much immensely for doing that. I appreciate you. So I'm finna get inside, y'all. I love y'all. I'll talk to you guys later.